Hello, my Cancer signs. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of December. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in here and start off by pulling a card from these chakra reading cards. And this is just going to represent what the Creator wants you to know overall for the month of December. Just what kind of energies you're going to be dealing with, or just what information they want you to know. So what heads up do they want you to be aware of? All right, so Creator, for our Cancer signs, what would you like them to know about their month of December? Right, that is jumping out there, so we will start with that one. And you've got Clarity, card number 25. I love that beautiful large crystals there, and your crystal in the middle. And so we're going to go ahead and put that right here. And let's take a look and see what energy is coming in with that. I mean, clarity, that obviously has to do with your third eye and seeing things clearly. So you've attracted this card into your awareness for this month because clarity is upon you. The ability to experience clarity is connected to the third eye chakra, and the more this chakra opens and is activated, the more clarity you'll receive. So it's time to see things clearly, to receive the answers you've been searching for. When our third eye chakra is blocked, it can affect our perception of the situations in our lives. So you're being encouraged at this time to cleanse and work on strengthening your third eye chakra so it can work to its full potential. There are some great meditations you can do to activate the third eye, and a great crystal to assist with this is amethyst, which is so funny. So what the amethyst is what I actually had. So I'm going to put that right here and allow that energy. So that way, if you don't have an amethyst, you can focus on that and bring that energy in for you there. So if you place this crystal on your third eye point and breathe in its energy to help activate and awaken your chakra, that is what helps expand it. As your third eye opens, you'll receive a lot more clarity in your life. Clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around our stressful situations in our lives. So what in your life requires clearing? It's now time for you to action some clearing. Sometimes our mind creates illusions that stop us from seeing the truth. It's time for you to let go of the thoughts that no longer serve you and come into a place of clarity. So once you receive this clarity, you'll feel a deeper sense of self and well-being in your world. This card can also indicate that it's time to clarify a particular situation in your life. So you may have asked a question, and this card is telling you that once you work on finding clarity, the answers will come. And I love that. This really, for me, is a lot of like Ace of Swords energy in the tarot, which is about, it's the bringer of the capital T truths. It helps you cut away the small t truths out of your life, and that's what helps bring clarity. So we'll definitely see what comes forth as we look into this reading. What I'm going to pull from next, what I do, at least up to this point in my monthly readings, is I take a tarot deck, I split out the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana, and the major arcana are going to be like this card here, where it's just what the Creator wants you to know overall about your journey, your experiences in the month of December. So let me just give you a good little mix up here. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Cancer signs to know about their month of December, please? All right, that one is showing itself. Yep, and you have the Emperor. And the Emperor, which is card number 4, this, I always, when I get this one, I see this as like this antennas, right? You're tuning in with your third eye, which the nose, right on the button nose, right there is on your third eye. So definitely the Emperor has two sides of him. One side is the loving Emperor side, which the loving Emperor is the one who is the ability to put his power and influence to use to help if you look at it like an emperor and a nation, they're the ones that can help bring people together and creates rules and laws and stuff that help people get along and maintain order and allows like a civilization to move forward in peace and prosperity and growth and unity. Whereas the other side of an emperor is when the human ego side comes in, the one that is scared of the unknown, that has the fear of losing control. So those fears spawn this urge and desire to become that dictator, to become that, it's it's a dictator, but there's another word that was coming to my mind too, but it escaped me for this moment. But it is this dictator who tries to keep control, gain more control, and take control away from others because it feels it needs to be in the one that is above everything so that it can make sure it feels safe. And that, of course, ends up being suppressive. And so this clarity that comes in is the difference between the two, because in each moment, we either have these expectations from the outside world, which is the small t truths, which is what the dictator brings, or the loving actions, the unconditional, no expectations, and that comes from having this unconditional love inside of us connected to the higher realms. And so when you look at this third eye and connect to the higher realms, you get that clarity on the capital T truths of the loving emperor versus the small t truths of fear from the dictator. Okay, so that's the energy and the clarification that's coming for you in the month of December. We're, of course, going to dig in more deeply here as we get into the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And each of the 4 suits are going to represent 4 different parts of your life or 4 different parts of your being. We're going to start with the staves, which is normally wands in a lot of the standard deck. And this is the fire element. So normally it's like your drive, your ambition, your aha inspiration, but it's also your spiritual fire, your spiritual spark and energy. So this is going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure during the month of December. So Creator, for Cancer signs, what do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure? Okay, that one right there. It's going to be the one. Yeah, no, not a surprise. This is the Queen of Staves, the Queen of Wands. And of course, being the Queen, she has learned to really hone and focus her wand energy, her power, her drive, her ambition. So this does tell you that you're able to really pinpoint your spiritual energy during this time. Yep, and this one, I love it. So there's a black cat back here in the background. The other 3 members of the royalty of the wands or the staves, it's usually this one probably has prince, princess, and king. It's usually like page, knight, and king. They all have a salamander or a lizard on their card because that's what protects them from risk. That's what takes them from, making a leap and doing things. But the queen is unique that she has a black cat instead, because she brings in the divine energy, the divine feminine energy, which connects her to the water element in addition to the fire element. I mean, it allows her to see into the spiritual realm, which is totally about this third eye. The black cat represents her intuition, her connection to the spiritual realms, and that allows her to see things more clearly. She doesn't need the protection for risk because she's connected. She sees what is unfolding because she's connecting to those that have the higher point of view, seeing this capital T truths, so she has that clarity of the third eye that is helping her. So this definitely fits in to what you're going to be going through during the month of December. We're also going to pull a card here from the angel reading cards just to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual experience during the month of December. I imagine you have the opportunity. The veil will be very thin here. All right, creators, so for our Cancer signs, what else do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure during December? Okay, that is the one right there. And you got Angel of Divine Timing, card number 32. I love that. Boom. Here, I'll zoom in so you can see. Beautiful angel here. I'll put that right here. And let's see what message this angel brings. So timing is everything. The universe is working behind the scenes to align the steps needed to allow your desires to become reality. So you receive this card because your angel of divine timing wants you to know that timing is right for your desire to come to fruition. Your angel of divine timing understands how you've been patiently waiting the good news that is coming your way. This card's a gentle reminder not to give up hope. Your angel of divine timing has been working behind the scenes, ensuring that all pieces of the puzzle will fall into place and result in your desired outcome. We live in a society where everyone is always in a hurry and things are expected to happen instantaneously. It's hard to be patient, and you can become disappointed by your lot in life when things don't work out the way you'd like. In the spirit world, there are no clocks or schedules defining when things are expected to happen. There's a saying, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. If the timing isn't right, you won't receive the positive outcome you're hoping for. So your angel of divine timing is ensuring you that you receive the outcome that is best for your highest good. So don't worry about how it will happen. Know in your heart that your angel of divine timing will ensure that it does happen. The most important thing is not to doubt the power of your angel of divine timing. When you add doubt to the equation, you will sabotage all of the hard work you and your angel of divine timing have applied to achieve your desired outcome. Have faith that all is well and be patient. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Are we going to trust the creator and all our support team on the other side? And we're usually like, yeah, I trust them. Well, we got to trust the timing too. And they're like, oh, that's a little more hard because I trust them, but I want it now. But so this is beautiful too, as you connect to the upper world, as you connect to and get that clarity, you also, get that understanding that everything unfolds for you. And it, like it mentioned, it unfolds for your highest experience, for your highest good in this life. And, with the emperor, with the dictator, it very much wants to control timing because there's all these supposed to's and shoulds that by this time in your life, this is what should happen. This is where you should be. This is what's supposed to have unfolded in your life. But this is all about understanding that the capital T truth is that everything happens in perfect timing for your perfect experiences while you're here. We'll dig more in here and see what else comes up. And next we're going to move into, they call it the sacred circles, which is normally pentacles and other decks. And this is the earth element. So this is going to be about your physical external world. All those characters that are on stage with you, all those props, everything outside of you, including your body. So, where this is your spirit, and we're going to talk about your mind and your emotions. This is strictly about the external workings in the world. So we'll ask the creator here, what he wants all the Cancer signs to know about their physical adventure during the month of December. So what do you want them to know about their physical adventure in December? Okay, it's going to be the one right there. Actually, they said you get 2 for this one. So we will obey. You got the 5 of sacred circles. So this would normally be the 5 of pentacles. And this is where normally they're, again, walking in winter, walking in the snow, walking in a place of feeling lack, feeling abandoned, feeling like you have nowhere to go, that no one's helping you. And here, it's like you're knocking at someone's door asking for assistance, and they've been turned away and turned away and turned away, and you just feel like you're desperate for assistance, right? And so this is kind of where a piece of you is at. And I kind of feel like this is a small t truth that you're coming into December with, feeling like you're alone, feeling abandoned, feeling hopeless. And what I love, because then you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is about feeling whole and complete. You got your feathered friends, you got your heavenly host here backing you up. You feel whole and complete, but they, with the 9 of Pentacles, it's that you feel this independent of other people. So I love how this transforms, because the 5 of Pentacles, or the 5 of Sacred Circles, for me also represents this awareness that comes through that experience that all of our abundance does come from the Creator, from the mother and father of all things, right? They, of course, have limitless resources, so they're not, going to have any supply, demand concerns. They are able to give us whatever we need for our experience. And when we realize that, and realize that the other humans that we're interacting with on the stage are just middlemen that help bring that abundance to us from the Creator. They're like the shipping company. Then we transform and we realize we have everything we need inside of ourselves. We don't need to look outside of ourselves for our worth. We don't have to look outside of ourselves for our abundance or our needs. We just go to the Creator, and the Creator will bring those to us. The trusting divine timing, trusting that it's going to bring us those things that are for our highest good. That whole sometimes thanking God for unanswered prayers, because we look at later and going, oh, I'm glad you didn't give me that position at that office I wanted to go into, because that office was closed and I would have been out of a job. Instead, you gave me a position that was even better and more higher paying than the other one was. And it's expanding and it's getting bigger. And so sometimes like that kind of situation happens, or relationships, where you're like, that's kind of like the country song, thanking God for unanswered prayers. They see how the person that they were in love with and they wanted to be with, how someone else ended up with them, and that person ended up cheating on the other person and being this horrible, treated them horribly. And you're like, wow, there by the grace of God went I. So it's that kind of thing, trusting that as well. All right. And then we're going to pull some tea leaf cards here and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about your physical adventure during the month of December. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Cancer signs to know about their adventure? Physical adventure in December, please. Okay, plug that one there. That one, okay. So we've got 3. Any others? Okay, plug that one, and any others. Okay, last pass. Okay, nope, those will be it there then. And you've got the Fox. So shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So yeah, like we're talking about, the abundance will come in proper timing. And I love that this message, really, you're going to learn this about the resources that come. So this lesson that I mentioned here, they're reiterating that for you there. Yeah. And desk. So pay attention to your work. So definitely there's this workness here. So if you were looking for a job, looking for, stability in that, I love this 4 of, this table, because there's 4 strong legs, which makes the work solid. And so really invest your energy and your time into your work, whatever that, if that's spiritual work, if that's a physical job work, or if you are a stay-at-home individual, focus on doing the external things. Let those that energy that you're having, just focus on the work, focus on the work, focus on the work. Let me see here. Okay. So here we go with your third eye. They're reiterating here, psychic ability, trust your intuition. So with your work and with everything that's going on, trust that viewpoint that you have, because with this work, in fact, they want me to put it like this. It's so important to bring your connection and that clarity into your work as well, because where there's situations where you felt there was no way around it, no way to solve it, because you were looking through these eyes of fear and control of the dictator rather than through the clarifying third eye of the loving emperor. You had limited yourself, because that's what the dictator does, is like, this is how things have to unfold. And when we live by that, we don't see all these other options that are outside of that. So as you expand your third eye and you expand and see things from up above, you see solutions where there weren't solutions before in multiple areas of your life. Yep. It's time to get out of a situation. So again, trust your gut. Know when it's time to let go. And you got a money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So yeah, definitely. I feel this, of course, this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone, but this is a huge message about your external work, and that, realize that, being wise, pay attention to your work, bring in your intuition, follow your gut, rather than the mind of, this, we can make this work. Sometimes it's like, when it's ready to switch paths, when it's ready to let go and pursue in a different direction, because it will bring you more awareness. And, I know sometimes if you're doing a job and you're in it for the money, but it's not your passion, you can wake up in the morning and go, and dread it. You love it when you get the paycheck, but the other, if you get paid, every other, Thursday, the other, 13 days of that 2-week period, you're like, oh my God, I'm so unhappy. Whereas if you take a job that is more something you're passionate about, you might make less money for a little while, but because you're putting your passion in it, it'll expand and it'll grow. And you'll end up making more money in the long run, and you'll be happier, which you can either get a lot of money and use that money for your health later because you're so miserable, or, take a pay cut to do something that you enjoy. And then eventually later, the health benefits are going to be so much better for you. You're going to feel so much passionate and joyful about your life. The people that are around you are going to be so much more excited too, because you're not, being this black hole of joy where you're just like, I just feel like life is sucking the soul out of me. And whereas the other, you're expressing, that. So a message for a lot of you, but of course it'll resonate differently for each one. Next, we'll move into the swords, which is the element of air. And this is going to be your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. So this will be what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of December. All right, Creator, for our Cancer signs, what would you like them to know about their mental adventure in December? The one right here, and so you have the 5 of those, and you have the 5 of swords. So the 5 of swords, usually you'll see someone walking away in in sadness because they, like you won the battle and they're upset and they're walking away. You have all this sword, so you've won all the battles. Proved to them that you were right and they were wrong, and now they are not in your life anymore. And so you can win the battle, but you can lose the war, right? So this is this awareness that comes a lot like this 5 of Pentacles or 5 of Sacred Circles in this deck, where is it important to be right and be in control like, a dictator? Or is it okay, when you discover your capital T truths, those don't need defending because you just feel them so right inside of you and you understand they're perfect for you and how you want to live your life. Other people's, have small T truths. Those small T truths that you have, that the dictator has, when someone comes against them, you feel you have to defend them. And we defend something that we don't know, that we don't truly deep inside of us believe is 100% true, right? Otherwise, we don't have to defend it. It just is. If someone's trying to prove it wrong, it's like, you can't prove a capital T truth wrong, but a small T truth based in the opinions of the popular opinions of the outside world on the shoulds and supposed tos and need tos and have tos. You feel you have to defend it and prove it right, and you must do it. Whereas a capital T truth, like you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. You don't have to defend that. Someone doesn't believe that, that's okay. They get to experience not feeling that until they do experience it eventually later, right? It doesn't impact you can feel it and you feel that wholeness and that completeness inside, right? So that's that kind of experience that's coming for you, is that you are realizing that if you feel you have to defend it, then maybe it's not really a capital T truth, it's a small t truth, because your capital T truths you don't have to defend. We'll get more clarification, of course, through these numerology guidance cards. We'll see what else the creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of December. All right, creator, what else would you like our Cancer signs to know? Okay. Yep, and you got the effort, card number 13. And I do love that, when you feel you have to put effort into something, then it's not your passion, it's not your capital T truth. Because if it takes effort, then it's not, you're not being sparked within from it. It's something that you're trying to make happen. It's something that a dictator, feels. It becomes work instead of a loving expression of who you are. And let's see what else they talk about here for card number 13. And this card can indicate a time when extra effort is required to overcome your current obstacles and challenges, as you are now being tested and your attitude is the key, which this is about your mind and your attitudes. So rather than surrender to self-pity and laziness, negativity, or frustration, you must utilize your inner power, for you are stronger than you think. When the going gets tough, the tough must get going, so pull yourself together and have faith in your success. By drawing this card, you'll be encouraged to call upon your inner and outer resources to achieve the outcome you desire. Rather than succumb to quick fix solutions, shortcuts, or manipulation, you must plan, focus, and act with tenacity and drive. With effort and determination, you will break through all restrictions that are presently holding you back. Never ever give up, and your success is guaranteed. And it says the affirmation is, with optimism, faith, and effort, I overcome my challenges. So yeah, I do love that, especially for those messages here with regarding the job and the outside and the resources that it was talking about. If you sit and, if you let effort and pursuing something outside of the job that you're in now, in the situation that you're in now, whether that is a job or a relationship of some sort, or even a home, or anything in the external situation. It could be a vehicle, the home where you live, education. So you might be like going to school and you're like, oh, that's not what I want to do, but it's going to take so much effort to change that. I hate looking for a job. It's going to take so much effort to do this. I'd rather just stay in the same relationship. It takes so much effort to, go into a new relationship. But this is like, it's time. You understand the things that are no longer serving you, and you're ready to move into that area. You're ready to move and have movement, but it's going to take some effort. But trust your intuition, and it's not going to take as much effort as you might think. Because when you're trying to do it all alone and you feel all alone, then you just feel desperate. You feel just like you won't be able to do it because it feels overwhelming. But when you realize you have this whole posse of assistants on the other side, and they're saying, connect to us, we'll guide you and we'll help you in divine timing. If it's meant for you, it won't pass you by. So don't fear, failure. Test the grounds, but really connect to your third eye. I really want to put this up here, because this is like the important piece, is this third eye and connecting to your spiritual realm. Because when you're in that, trying to control everything as that dictator, things don't end out so well. It usually ends up in a war. But a loving emperor, like you said, it creates peace. It creates, abundance and unity instead. So just trust it, but don't be afraid to make the effort for this as well. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to look at the cups, which is the element of water. Yeah, they do call them cups in this one as well. And we're just going to see what else the Creator wants you to know, or what does the Creator want you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of December. So, Creator, for our Cancer signs, what would you like them to know about their emotional adventure? Okay, that's that right there. Yep, 7 of Cups. And I love the way they present this, because there's so many options, so many emotional desires that you have. And it really fits into this Emperor here as well, because you have all these dreams that have been given to you by other people saying, this is what you should be passionate about. This is how you should feel about a situation. So all these popular opinions on how you should live and all that. So they've handed you all these different cups, but this cup is the one that you get to look at. And this is, with your third eye, you get to kind of clear through and cut away all these opinions that, have been handed to you. And you really, with your third eye, in your connection to the higher realms, you get to understand what it is that you're truly passionate about. And going back to this work here too, if you this is my dream is to be, a certified public accountant. I know that's not everyone's dream, but this was a dream. Like when I was younger, my dad, he was like, you should be an accountant, because I loved I was really kind of weird as a child, and I was different, let's put it that way. I wanted a calculator, with a little printout for my birthday, and I loved having my dad's old business checks, and I would, do bookkeeping and stuff like that. And so naturally it was like, you should be an accountant. And so I had this dream. I knew I was going to be an accountant. And when I graduated high school and I took my, college course, and I got up into the accounting courses, I was like, this is not for me. And you realize that this isn't your dream. It was, other dreams of what other people may have said they were. But this is about finding what you are passionate about. And you'll find if you wake up in the morning going, oh, I don't want to go do that, then that's not your dream. You know, you'll know when you jump out of bed and so excited about doing the next thing. Like for me, doing readings is such a passion of mine. I am so excited when I get to do readings like this for the public and do individual readings for people. I love connecting to the other side and hearing the messages that they have for us. And so you'll know when you wake up, you'll be like, yes, I know exactly what my passion is. Or you'll know what is not by how you feel about it, right? All right, and then lastly, I'm going to pull a card here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And this can be about your emotions, but since it's the last card for this reading, it's also going to be a wild card. So whatever else the Creator wants you to know about the month of December. All right, Creator, what's your final message for our Cancer signs, please, for December? There we go. And you got Stand Still. Beautiful pictures here. Let you see that for a sec, and then let's put it right here. And we'll see what message comes from this. And they are, of course, standing in a swamp. A swamp is called swamplands, is the name of the picture. A swamp is a low-lying area with woody plants, shrubs, and trees where water collects and saturates the ground. During rainy seasons, swamplands become overwhelmed with water, which is the water element, right? The edge of the swamp is often a quagmire of mud and silt. But an abundance of plants and swamp insects dwell there. Yay. Because of the sticky nature of the mud, it is often impossible to walk through the swamplands. Even trying to maneuver with a boat can be difficult and treacherous because of dense vegetation. However, there is a great value in swamplands. They act as natural flood control, as runoff can be temporarily stored in their basins. They keep the land around them from washing away. Lush vegetation provides a haven for nesting birds and waterfowl, as well as habitat to mammals such as beaver. Freshwater swamps near the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers in the Middle East are part of the Fertile Crescent and contributed to the fertility of the land for the earliest humans. So this sacred landscape wants you to know, if it feels that some areas of your life had slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul, pardon me, my fingers aren't working, there it goes. The soul loves the truth, capital T, truth. In life, you can either say, there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being stuck in the mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. So I love that message here too, because that totally fits in with everything we've been talking about here about divine timing. It takes time. Take a step at a time. Realize what is stuck in your life here, because really I feel like this work or this relationship or whatever it is, you feel this stuckness in your life, in your physical world. And they are talking about it takes effort to get out of it, but it's about taking one step at a time, and really connect to your third eye to understand what steps to take. Because we talked about before, where when with the emperor, with the dictator part of the emperor, very stuck feeling, right? All these expectations. This is how this has to go. But as you connect from your third eye and get that higher viewpoint, then you understand there's so many more ways to get out of that swamp, get out of that stickiness in the mud. So I love this for you. A lot of freedom coming through here for you. And just know as you're going through this, you are definitely not alone. You have the support of all your guardian angels and spirit guides, your loved ones who've already gone to the other side, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe, those beings of unconditional love and light are on the other side, creator and spirit, of course, without saying. But they are all there supporting you. And if you raise your vibration and get clarity through your third eye, then you can hear those messages and see those ways out. You can raise your vibration and hear from that spiritual realm. They speak at a frequency of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. So, when you're in amongst all this chaos, you may not be able to hear. So, doing what you can to strengthen your third eye, getting to a place of peace, getting out into nature, get away from all the noise, raise your vibration purposely, and then you'll be able to hear those beautiful messages that are coming. All right. Well, just know as you're going through this, of course, every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And I'm going to end the reading there. I also want to make sure you are aware that in addition to these monthly readings, I also do weekly element readings like fire signs, water signs each week. Also do like new moon and full moon readings and a variety of other readings throughout the month. So if you want to be kept in the loop when those come out so you don't miss those, if you haven't done so already, just click on the subscribe button down below. And when you do that, that's going to make this little notification bell pop up. And if you click on that, then you'll be notified when those new videos come out. So it's easy breezy. All right. Well, also know that I love you dearly, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, have an amazing December, and you take care.